That's correct. I did go attend a Lutheran school in 7th and 8th grade, but that was only because my parents made me. I really didn't believe in a lot of the things they said. Some of the stuff that I was okay with, but and I was confirmed. But like I said, it was only because my parents made me go there.
Mm-hmm.
I did have learn a little bit about spirituality, but I'm not sure how much of it I'll accept.
So you were forced to be confirmed.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And because I know little about that whole practice, what's the purpose of that? Who's confirming who, and the confirming you of what?
Well, basically, it's kind of like an oath. You take an oath, and there's and you at least in the Lutheran aspect of it, you learn about the Bible, and you learn about the concepts that religion teaches. And when you learn about this, then you basically take an oath to say that you're okay with it, and it allows you to take the symbolic bread and wine.
Mm-hmm. So they didn't teach you then how to launch out from your body and go traveling through space. I take it.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Not even close.
So that didn't come. So you were not hypnotized into some sort of journey that it came from outside of everything that you knew to be true.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah. Okay. And you were saying something about the star and the Little Dipper. I mean, you didn't get a name of that star?
No. I really wish I kind of wish I could do it again so I could ask questions. But,
that is just the thing. I imagine it was shocking enough. I mean, what questions do you ask when you're traveling through space and you're not in your own body, and who knows where you're at, just a glob of energy flying through there. But you seem to suggest that there is, and I don't know if you're saying there is some sort of reincarnation here, but apparently you're saying that something that we have to learn, or that you felt that we as people need to learn, and if we don't learn it, we have to keep continuing to come back, or what are you saying on that?
That's the way I understand it. And if we do learn if we do learn and attain the goals that we set before we come here, there's always more goals, and there's always another chance.
And one of the really, really interesting things you said is, and if my notes are right, you said that you, I guess as a spirit being, you saw yourself go into your mother's womb and come out.
Yeah.
As a baby, or as what?
As a baby.
Okay, so you went in as a glob of energy, or a spirit?
Yes.
Okay, and you were where just before you got sent there?
Well, we were looking. I was at a place that was pretty close to the city, to the Spirit City, but it wasn't. It wasn't there. It was more like it was kind of like a space type place.
Yeah.
Just like a waiting type area.
Yeah, and were there others there waiting?
I did not see anyone, but I do understand that the way I understand it, that happens. All the souls do that before they come here. So,
when you went into your mother's womb, was there already a baby in there? And did you go into that baby form, or what point did you go in there? And was it instantaneous in and out experience, or did you see yourself going there for 9 months?
Don't think I was in there for 9 months, and yeah, I believe that the body was there before. I wasn't. I don't think I was in there for very long. Not 9 months.
Yeah. All right. So you came out as a baby, and is that right? You saw that part of it?
Yes.
Okay. And are you saying that you saw your mother in a hospital and you were watching this experience?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so you knew. So then you felt like you were a participant and a viewer of your own birth.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. And do you say that the journey that you took, would you say that others take that journey, but they are just not aware of it? Or was it something specific to you?
I think that's possible. I do know, and I've read about other people that have had experience that were similar to mine, the basic aspects of them. And I actually did talk to someone who recently who thinks that this sort of thing might have happened to him, but he drank from the river and he doesn't remember any of it.
So a river runs through it, eh? And you said to wash away the negative memories, and then you mentioned something about you did not drink. So do you need to drink from that river, or do you jump in that river, or either one?
I think a little bit of both. The standard would be for both, jumping in and drinking it. And really, it wasn't the negative memories that were washed away. It was more memories that would be that might be dangerous for a soul to remember here. Like, for instance, if I remembered about my past lives, and if I was negative and evil in one of them, and I knew that while I was here in this life, it might make things hard for me. It might make, to do a number on my self-esteem. It might make me focus more on that than on living my life naturally.
And somebody in the live chat asked this question. It's a good question. You mentioned that you saw the sort of the auras of cities, maybe states, even countries. Were you able to identify any specific city, state, or country that you could remember that had a good aura?
Those would be in the Middle East, like in India. In India, around in there, I believe, probably for Buddhism and that kind of thing.
Yeah. And isn't some of what you say sort of, I don't know if you studied Buddhism, but there does seem to be some sort of comparison between Buddhism and what you're saying, such as repeating life until you attain a certain level. Are you familiar with any sort of Buddhist theology?
A little bit. I saw on the Discovery Channel a thing about the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And it was really interesting when I saw it, because the concepts that it pinged on me, like the concept of going through the stages of Bardo, and especially the concept of when in Bardo, where they evaluate your life and they use pebbles, white pebbles for positive and black pebbles for negative, and all of the events added up in pebbles, and it was a being that decided which pebble was going to drop where.
All right.
Really interesting.
Okay. All right, David, we're at the top of the hour. We're going to go to commercial break, so just stay on the line. We'll be right back with you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, everybody, you're listening to the Edge Radio broadcast. On our Newsmaker line tonight is, of course, David Oakford talking about Journey Through the World of Spirit, God, Gaia, and Guardian Angels. If you've got a question for David, go to the EdgeAM.com website, log on to the live chat, or click on Fast Blast. That question will come right here to the studio, and we'll be right back after the break with a lot more interesting questions. We're going to find out a little bit more and tighten this thing down. What is on the other side, and does it wait for you?
Enlightening, entertaining, and controversial. This is the Edge Radio program with your host, Daniel Ott.
Do you feel like I do? Are you getting the feeling the Edge Radio broadcast is growing? Well, if so,